can have a hit and rely on a hit, but you got to bring more than just your hit. You know, you got to really connect with the people. So that's what we do.
Right now, we're backstage. Of course, you can hear Lauryn Hill singing, but standing in front of us, Tribe Called Quest. How y'all doing?
We good, we chilling.
How you doing?
We're doing excellent.
Good, always blessed.
First of all, we heard that you all have been killing it when you've been doing your live shows, and everybody keeps talking about, like, this is like the standard. How do you all feel about that in terms of what you all are doing versus what everybody else hasn't been doing? I'll start off with you.
You know, we come from the school of, like, if your show ain't right, you get your butt kicked, you know what I mean? So we've been doing this 21 years. If we don't, you know, if we don't bring it at this point, then what are we doing here? So the stage show is like, you know, we watch groups like Earth, Wind & Fire, Rick James, James Brown, you know what I mean? Like Prince, people stomp you out.
Like, you know, like I would look in my Earth, Wind & Fire collection, my James Brown collection, be like, look at all these albums. Now you all are like that too. I got my Tribe Called Quest collection.
Wow, I mean, first of all, we're blessed and very thankful to be in that position, you know what I mean? But, I mean, for us, it was always just having to work, you know, the work ethic, you know, wanting to be in the studio, you know what I mean? Make good, consistent music, you know what I mean? And, you know, do things that's true and from the heart, you know what I mean? And not, you know, try to necessarily follow trends.
How do y'all keep it together after 21 years? You got people that can't even stay friends for 2 weeks.
With the bad always comes the good and vice versa, you know what I mean? But we just remain true to ourselves, you know what I mean? And represent each other in every way possible, you know? We're not representing just ourselves, we're representing one another. So we form like Voltron, come together and make sure that everything is positive and it shows in the music, you know what I mean?
Do you all feel a need to change your sound when you got a Gucci Man, you got a Soulja Boy, you got all this other type of sound that's coming up? Do you all ever look back and say, we need to do that, or do you?
Not at all. It's their time to shine, you know what I'm saying? So they need to shine, they need to do exactly that. But when we come to the table, we're gonna do what we do. And back in the days, that's how it was. When you look at one crew like the Juice Crew, Bismarck had his own lane. He was the clown of the crew. Big Daddy had his own lane. He was the ladies' man, the metaphor king. Cool G Rap was the criminal dude. You know, he was INWA at the time back on the East Coast. And then you had Master Ace, who was like the brainiac of it all. You know what I mean? And then who else? Craig G was the freestyle fanatic. He'll battle anybody at a drop of a hat. Everybody had their own lane, and Roxanne Shante represented the femininity of it all. But she could definitely battle a dude at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Hip-hop needs to get back to that. Everybody had their own lane. Everybody paid the cost to be the boss.
And there was room for everybody, you know what I'm saying? That's why when people talk about Gucci Man and Soulja Boy and all that stuff, I mean, it may not be your cup of tea, but don't disrespect those dudes because they're, you know, they're doing their thing, you know what I mean? And there's a market for that. We had all these different groups back in the days coexisting at the same time, you know what I mean?
I want your honest opinion. He's a chef. Is he a good chef?
No question, without doubt. Should come on and get a meal.
I mean, I'm a chef, but everybody cooks very well over here.
Okay.
If you want to take it to a group thing, I don't know. I think, yeah, we might have the crown over here.
What projects are you getting ready to work on production-wise or anything like that?
I got solo joint, two solo records I'm working on now. Working on Phife Diggy's album. I got an alternative group out of Ireland producing that whole album. So, and we're about to get into a Tribe Called Quest documentary soundtrack. So, you know, that's what's up for the rest of this year.
What do you got to say about this team right now this year? You saw what we've been doing.
I got to say? Jets, Jets. That's what I got to say. Get it out of here.
But yo, wait, your guy.
Y'all look good. The defense looks good. I'm going to give props where props is due. Y'all got rid of Jamarcus. Good move.
Yeah, he was on that serve.
As long as McFadden is healthy, y'all got some good receivers. Y'all look good, man.
Your predictions for this year, because every year you do your predictions.
Yo, man, when it comes to football, it's very difficult. But, man, AFC Championship, I'm going to say Jets Indianapolis again. I am going to say that.
Okay.
And then in the NFC, that's kind of up in the air. New Orleans is going to be right there. I don't know about Minnesota because I don't think Brett Favre will make it through the whole season.
Okay.
Knock on wood. I just don't. You know what I mean? But I think New Orleans will be there. Don't sleep on Washington.
Hey, we should get him to play for us.